Hello, my name is Ben Carpenter, and I want to welcome you to another edition of Gridiron History. Today we're going to talk about the first night football game. You know, we kind of take it for granted today that we play so many games under the lights. High school is called Friday Night Lights. They play night games for college football, and of course the NFL has Sunday night football, Monday night football, and Thursday night football. So football has been played under the lights, and we just kind of take it for granted. But I think it will lend some perspective if we go back in time to when that light bulb was first invented. Now, we all know that Thomas Edison is given credit for creating the first light bulb, but a lot of people don't realize that Thomas Edison, once he had that thing invented, he presented it to the public on December 31st, 1879, in Menlo Park, New Jersey. Obviously, it made a huge splash because pretty soon homes, businesses, streets were being illuminated with Edison's invention. So we're going to go 3 years from 1879 to 1892. And in 1892, two football teams got together on September 28th. Those teams were Wyoming Seminary and Mansfield Normal. Now, Wyoming Seminary was a college prep school. It was a high school. Mansfield Normal was a state college. Now, in those days, back in the 1870s, 80s, 1890s, it was not uncommon for high schools to play against college teams. Obviously, they don't do it anymore. But those two teams got together and they strung some lights up around a football field and attempted to play the first game. The lighting was extremely inadequate, just big bulbs hanging from some wires. The lighting was very bad, and the game only lasted about 20 minutes. There were only 10 plays run in the game, and they called it halftime, and it was 0-0. Because it was still so hard to see, even though they had lights, it's reported that a few players got hurt by running into the light poles, which held the suspended lights along the field. Nevertheless, that first game, September 28, 1892, is credited as being the first football game played under lights, the first nighttime game. So let's fast forward to October 5th, 1900. This is considered the first full, complete football game played outside under the lights. Drake University in Iowa, they had arranged to have 3 rows of lights strung around their football field, 50 lights per string. They got it all set up, and they invited a cross-state rival, Grinnell College from Grinnell, Iowa. The game that night had 2,000 spectators. Most of them just showed up to see a crazy event with lights at night. Yeah, it was dark, but they say the yard markers could clearly be seen. And Grinnell was a much smaller team than Drake. And Grinnell said, you know what? It's going to be kind of dark. If we use some fakes and some misdirection, we can probably get ahead of these guys and stay competitive. Well, Drake was just a much bigger school, and at halftime, they were ahead 6-0. The coaches and people were really impressed with the play of the two teams. It was fair, it was competitive, and the sportsmanship was just beyond reproach. So the coaches got the teams together at halftime and said, great job, guys, let's keep this thing going. That doesn't happen very often these days. So the second half was hard to see, but it was scoreless. So the game ended with Drake winning the game 6-0. But the game was considered a success. So the following week, Drake scheduled another outside game. They put another game on the schedule. And the school newspaper said, good officials have been secured for the game. The lighting has been improved. Bleachers are going to be brought in so we have extra seating. And if all goes well, electric lights at night are good to go, at least if the weather stays warm. So those were the first two games considered playing outside under the lights. But I think it's important to note that 100 years from that date in 1892, on September 28, 1992, the NFL celebrated the first night football game. And it just happened to fall on a Monday night, with the LA Raiders playing the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. The Chiefs won the game 27-7 in front of 77,486 fans. There you have it, folks. A lot can happen in 100 years, and that is the story of the first night football games. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you soon on Gridiron History. Have a great day.